we have different types of classes. What are they? Let's see now. Okay, so number one, let me talk about the default class or concrete class or normal class. So till now what we have seen, a class, that is nothing but the default class or normal class, or we'll also call it as a concrete class. Okay, now second we have to talk about abstract class. Third we have to talk about the, so let's talk about the abstract class now. Okay, later we'll go to others. What is abstract and showing the necessary details. So using that concept abstract, we have a class called abstract class. What is the purpose of abstract class? Abstract class is a combination of both abstract as well as non-abstract members. Abstract is a combination of both abstract as well as non-abstract members. So what is abstract members? Abstract members means will have only declaration. Non-abstract members will have definition. Okay. Ignesh didn't ask. What are the types of classes? Let's talk about the abstract class. What is abstract class? Is a combination of both abstract as well as non-abstract members. Abstract members means only declaration. Okay, non-abstract members will have the implementation also. Okay, now if I create a abstract member, since it has the declaration only, that's why it does not allow private access modifier. Why? What is private access modifier? Within the class. That is what private. Okay, if you give private, you can't access this outside. Abstract means it's declaration only. You have to give the implementation, right? Where you have to give the implementation? In the child class. If you give as private, it won't allow you to access outside. That's why C# by default does not support for a abstract method, must be non-private. It can be protected internal, public, but not private. And once you give the abstract in the parent class, you must implement in the child class. It's mandatory. Similarly, like interface. Once you derive from the interface, you must implement in the child class. Similarly, here also, once you give the abstract method in the parent class, in child class, you must implement it. Abstract methods, members must be implemented in child class. Abstract members must be implemented in a child class. Now, non-abstract members will have the definition. This can allow any access modifier because this is within the class also, it's okay. Okay, let's see one example now. I'll go to C# Visual Studio. So I'll change the main method to something different. So here I'm going to create one more folder. Why I am creating folder here? Because we have to give a different things will keep in different types of classes. So now, so what is the first class now? Abstract class. Abstract class example. So now here before the class, before the class keyword, you have to specify it is a abstract like this. See, now it is a abstract class. That's it. What is the difference between normal class and the other class? First thing is there will be a keyword. The class is abstract by using abstract keyword. Okay. See guys, all are smaller case. All the keywords are smaller case. Class, abstract. Okay. Now, so what is abstract class? Is a combination of both abstract as well as non-abstract members. Abstract members means, for example, private, void, mm, rent, private, void, abstract. So we are getting error. What is this error? Print. Virtual or abstract members cannot be private. Got it? Because if you give private, it won't be useful. That's why C# by default it won't allow. For the virtual methods and abstract methods, we can't use the private. Apart from private, you can use any access modifier. Internal, yes. Protected. Like this, you have to try everything, right? While writing your examples, right? You have to try different ways. So I told you something. You have to get one issue there. You have to bring. Okay, sir. Uh, this is you missed something. You have to identify this. You cover this. I'm ready to teach here. I'm ready to explain here. Okay. So you have to practice more and more. Here we can tell you only some part, different examples. You have to try. If I give private, what will happen? So why we can't give private? Why? Because abstract means it can have abstract members also. That must be implemented in derived class. If you give private, we can't access, right? So like this, you have to try it. Okay. That way you will learn more. Okay. So this is abstract method. Abstract member or abstract method, which will have only declaration. There is no body to it, right? Public or private void display. So that's right. This is display method. Okay, this can be private. Why? Because it's not abstract. You can give any access modifier based on your requirement. But if you give private, you can access only within the class. Public, what? I'll give like this. This is non-abstract method. Why? It has the body. Non-abstract members, we have the body. So now what is abstract class? Is a combination of abstract members plus non-abstract members. Abstract members will have only declaration. Non-abstract members will have the implementation also. Okay. Now I have a child class here. Employee. Now, if I derive this class here, we'll get an error. Why? Can anybody guess why we are getting error? Correct, correct. Tell me. Correct only. Tell me that only. It's correct, man. Where? In child class. Because it is a abstract method. We must implement in the derived class. In interface also we have seen same. Once we derive from interface, initially we got the error. So why? Because we have to implement that. See, the error, employee does not implement inherited abstract member. So what is abstract member? Print. Print is the abstract member. We must implement that. So you just click and implement abstract class. It will give you protected override print like this. Okay. So I can give, for example, employee property. I'll give employee ID. Employee ID. Name. Designation. Salary. Salary will take decimal. Designation is a string. Employee name also a string. Date of birth. Date time. Date of birth. Get set. So what is this get set access modifiers? We'll see access specifiers. We'll see later. Okay. I'll explain you in the next upcoming sessions. So now I have to create an object for the employee class. Okay. Who will tell the syntax to create object? Vignesh. Solanga. என்ன பண்றது? உனக்கு employee class object வேணும். Correct. Tell me. Employee OBJ is required. Mandatory. Why OBJ? Give meaningful name. Employee like this. Right? You can give. Okay. OBJ. If there is no meaningful name we find, then only you give OBJ. Okay. Employee, capital employee class, small employee you can give. Or just you give EMP also fine. By seeing that, people should easily understand what is this. Okay. So if we give OBJ, they again come here and see. Okay. So employee ID. So we can give some number to it. 1001 emp dot name Shriram emp dot designation king emp dot salary 1 lakh. How many zeros? Very good. At least we have to remember a few things. Huh? So date of birth So I want today date. How you get? Date time dot now, today date. But employee is a 20 years old. Okay, I can give like this dot date time dot now dot years of minus 20 years back. Okay. Why here I cannot be used like a method. Data now dot add years. Add years. This is the one. One if you give, next year date it will give. Minus 20, 20 years back date it will give. Okay. Or you want to, you will give some string like this. 1, 1, 1990. Some date you give. It is a string. But here what you want? Data. How to convert? Sanjeev. How to convert from string to date? It's already string. Again, why are you converting to string? Apply. New method came. Huh? Anybody else? Just now? Tried? You have to try these things, guys. Huh? Okay. Everything sir won't teach. You have to try these things. Okay. So from string to date, we want to convert. What is string? Reference type. Date, value type. Reference type to value type. What is that? Explicit. அதுக்கு ஒரு நேம் இருக்கு. Unboxing. Very good. Claps, guys. Come on, give claps. It's a nice thing, right? Unboxing. What is unboxing? Converting reference type to value type. Okay. Reference type, which memory? Keep. Very good. Value types. Stack. Close that. Triple scan. Okay. Now it is a string. I want to convert to date type. Can you try now? Anybody? Don't try in system. Convert dot to DOB illa. Okay, to date time. Because I want to convert to date time. Okay. Now it is a string. Now we are converting into date time. So reference type to value type, it is a explicit type conversion. Correct? Right? So this is how we will convert. Next, what else? That's it. Okay. And I want to print these values. Console dot write line. What is write line, Josna? What is write line? What is write line, Rajesh? What is write line? What is write line? What is write line? Printing? Half character. It will print the output. Cursor will move to next line. Correct? Agree? Right? write line. What is write line? Is a method where, so as a my student, how you have to tell? Write line is a method in console class. Correct? What it will do? It will print the output, cursor will move to next line. Like that only I teach. Correct? Say yes or no. But why are you cutting the answers? So if you tell like this in the interview, how good he feels. Hmm? So they immediately they will ask which institute you trained. Then they will give me a phone call. I need students like this, other students. Okay. One guy is selected like that, in they will feel a lot of good impression. Okay. So it's happened with our students. So one good candidate will go to interview. They will call our they will take the phone number, they will call to our institute. I need candidates like this. Can you give me some more? Okay. So why it's a theory only, but as a concept, we have to learn full-fledgedly. It's not nothing compare than your engineering student, lot of so many subjects, right? You have studied C, C++, data structure, operating system, networking, management systems, those things, everything which is required, not required, something important stats, many things, right? So compare than this here, very one single subject. Okay, learn properly. What is console? What is console? Illama. Console is a class. Did I told or no? If I didn't told, I'll give you a written fee. Console is a class, right? I told it is derived from a system namespace. In console class, we have methods like read, read line, write, write line, read key. These are all the methods. Okay. Now I want to display the employee ID. I can display here. It will just print that. Or you want to give some prefix to it. Employee ID is. Okay. Name. Designation. Salary. Date of birth. See, C# is a case sensitive. Okay. How you give the variable, same way you have to give here also. Okay. So why we are getting error here? Here the name is different. So now error will go. Okay. So now it will display print method. Okay. So this is my main class. Now what I need a main method. What is main method? Come again. I didn't expect that much. Just it's the entry point of the program. Okay. We should have only one method, main method. The program will start execute from the main method. Okay. Now SVM. It should be static void main. M should be capital. Okay. Now if you want to use employee, right? So this is not the right way. Okay. Instantiating. Okay. So that we'll learn later. So what I want now, employee emp dot, what is method? Print. So this is abstract method in the base class. You want derived method? Then we can call the display also, right? How you will get display? Why we are able to access display also? Can anybody tell me? డిస్ప్లే కూడా మనం యాక్సెస్ చేసుకోగలుగుతున్నాం ఎందుకు? డిస్ప్లే మెథడ్ ఎంప్లాయీ క్లాస్ ది కాదు కదా, అయినా కూడా మనం యాక్సెస్ చేసుకోగలుగుతున్నాం ఎందుకు? దాని ఇట్స్ ఏ బేస్ క్లాస్ ప్రాపర్టీ, బేస్ క్లాస్ మెథడ్. ఓకే, ఐ టోల్డ్ ఇన్ తెలుగు. ఓకే, ఇట్స్ ఏ బేస్ క్లాస్ మెథడ్ డిస్ప్లే. ఓకే, దట్స్ వై we are able to access in the child class. Okay, now let's console that read or read e. Now run the program. We got the output and this is display also written. Okay, now if I want to create an object for a abstract class, Naveen, can I create object for abstract class? Rajesh, we can't create the object for abstract class as well as interface, right? We'll get this error. We can't create the instance of abstract class or interface. What we can do, right side, we can give the child class name. This way we can call the abstract method. Abstract class dot display we can call. Like this, we'll create the object. We'll do the instantiation. Understood, guys? Any doubts here? Clear? Now tell me, what is abstract class? And very good. And very good. Okay. And ఇంకేముంది? Yes, still it is there. So private for abstract member. Okay. Why? Because we have to implement in the child class. Once we have a abstract method in the parent class, we must implement in the child class. Okay. So the interviewer will ask you questions. Okay. What is abstract class? Abstract class is a combination of both abstract as well as non-abstract members. Abstract members will have declaration only, and it does not allow access modifier private, and abstract methods or members must be implemented in a child class. Non-abstract members will have the definition, and we can't create object for abstract class. And to make class or member as abstract, we will use abstract keyword. Okay, understood? So next, second, we have a sealed class. Sealed class means logged. We can't use that. So take one more class, sealed class. For example, will give something. So you have to give the sealed keyword. Account number, amount, balance amount. Okay, so there are two things. So now I will have one more class, bank static void main. I have a main method. I will create a object for my. Let me try to do the inheritance. So it's not allowing. Why? Bank cannot derive from sealed type sealed class example. Means if you create a sealed class, it does not support inheritance. Inheritance is the default object-oriented feature of any class. Okay. If you give sealed, means it is locked. It won't be accessed further. Such type of things you can make it as a sealed. So it's lock. I don't want to give access to anybody else. This case, do the sealed. Sealed is to remove the default class behavior of inheritance from the class. We will use sealed. Okay. So now we can't create the we can do the inheritance, but we can create object, where you can create object based on your access level. Create object, C class example equals to new C class example, C class example dot account number equals 1234, C class example dot balance amount equals 100 rupees. Why I am getting error here? Can you guys, anybody check? I missed something. Setter. If you have setter, then only you can able to access. For usually bank accounts, we will use get property only. Why? Because a bank manager also should not set your amount. Got it? So only he can access, read, and also there is no in bank based on your debit credit only balance will come. Okay, debit plus credit, I mean credit plus debit minus remaining balance will show always. Whatever bank accounts you see, there is no addition, subtraction cannot be done for bank accounts. If that is possible, people can do anything. Okay, got it? So this is also important interview question. Okay, balance such type of things will have only get accessor, or there won't be set accessor, because any people cannot set the value. See, are we able to set the value? See, we will get the error. What is that? Property index cannot be assigned. It is read only. Once you give get accessor only, we can read, but we cannot write anything to it. Okay. So now for time being, I can set something. Okay. Now console.writeLine account number balance amount. Console.read or read. Why this read? Why console.read? Console.read ఎదుకు ఎందుకు? No. Okay. Tomorrow onwards, 2-3 videos. You have to come here, watch. So tomorrow we'll change the timings, huh? Morning 7 to night 10. Huh? I'll just wake up and come give some assignment. Huh? Console.read. Huh? Why? I'm not expecting from these three people because they are not aware. That is fine. These three. Okay. Now onwards, for each wrong question, 10 times you have to write. Huh? You have to. Otherwise, huh? See, just to show the visible, show the output for longer time. That's it, right? We have used many times. Read care read. Okay. This purpose. Also, it can read the single value. That is different. Now, in this scenario, why we are using? To visible the output. Until unless you press any key, output will be visible to you. So, for new people, if I don't write this, what will happen? See, if I don't write console.read, I'll just execute. Output will come, just blink, and it will go like this. So we can't see the output. Okay, that's why I am giving console.read. Until unless if you press any key, output will be visible to you. That's why we'll give console.read here. See, now it is. If you press any key, then only it will go. Okay. This is sealed class. Understood, guys? Any doubts here? Okay. And there is one more thing. You can create a sealed property, sealed method also. Okay, that you try at home. Show me tomorrow. Okay. How to create a sealed property, how to create a sealed method. Okay. So you can't directly give the sealed method. You have to give the sealed method for a base class. You have to virtual derived class sealed override you can do. Okay. That you try at home. Okay. So next class. So what is sealed class? Sealed class is to remove the default behavior of inheritance from the class. To remove inheritance feature from the class, we'll use a sealed class. Okay. And we can create an object for it. Okay. It cannot be accessed in other classes. Next, static class. What is static class? So now Java people, tell me what is static class? Static class. Static class is there in Java. Tell me. Static class is also a class. Before class, we'll give the static keyword. Once you give the static, okay, you no need to create the object for those particular methods. Directly, you can access with the class reference. Okay. And in static class, everything must be static only. It does not allow non-static things inside the static class. Okay. Suppose if I create a property, I'm get error. Why? Because cannot declare instance members inside a static class. So it must be static. A variable does not allow instance members. It must be static. Okay. Next. Why error? It must be static. Okay. Static class to create so here also to make shield to use shield keyword. Okay. Next. Here also to make static we'll use static keyword. Okay. And static class must contain static members only. That can be a property, variable, method, whatever it may be. It must be static inside a static class. Okay. Now it doesn't support inheritance. Static class must contain static members only inside the class. Okay. Now we can access these members through class reference. Okay. Let's see how this will be. Now this is static class. Okay. I have a child class here. Class, for example, test or main. This is my class. Okay. So this is my child class. Now I want to do the inheritance. It is not supporting, cannot derive from a static class. Means static class, it doesn't support inheritance. Okay, let's remove that. Now I'll have a main method. I'll create an object for static class. Static class equals new static class example. Now what is the error? We cannot declare a variable of static class type. Means we can't create object for static class because it is a non it's not a non-static. Non-static only required object instance members. So how you call then? Print method. Static example, your class name dot print, like this. Got it? Now we can use console dot read or read key. Why? To show the output for longer time. Until unless you press the key, output won't be disappear. Now run it. So we just printing this empty values. 0 ID name is null. That's why it is not printing anything. So what I'll do now? Static example dot static members. How it will be accessed? Dot ID equals 1 dot name. So now run it. We'll get the output like this 1 and Krishna. Understood, guys? Any doubts here? No? Clear? Now I'll create one table. As type instantiation. Object. Inheritance. Okay. Default class is nothing but your normal class. Means you don't specify any static, sealed, abstract. You created a class. That is nothing but your concrete class, default class, or normal class. Normal class. Can you create object? Yes. Inheritance. Yes. Okay. Abstract class. One by one. Can I create object? I mean, abstract class. Not possible. Yes, not possible. Abstract class, we can't create object. No. Inheritance. Yes. No. Confusion. Yes. Sealed class. Can I create object? Yes? No? Doubt? Yes. Inheritance? No. Very good. Give claps to Vignesh. First time correct answer. Sealed, it won't support inheritance. It's locked. No. Static class. Can I create object? Inheritance? No. Both no. Correct? Clear? Any doubts? Simple. Normal class do both. Static class do nothing. Sealed, locked means no inheritance. You just remember this. You can able to answer all. Okay? Clear? Any doubts? Now we'll ask questions. Okay? Prepare well.